Hey everybody, welcome back to Gun Deals. Today on the table, I am very excited to go over this one with you. It is a Kalashnikov KP9. Let's get this review started. All right, folks, as I said, this is the Kalashnikov KP9. It is a clone version, if you will, of the Vityaz, and I apologize, I've probably butchered that name, of the Russian gun that is fully automatic. Unfortunately, this is obviously semi-auto, and it's Kalashnikov USA that actually makes this gun over here in the US. However, a lot of these parts are interchangeable, so this is probably one of the closest guns you will get to that particular classic from out there. It's a very, very cool one. Okay, now some of this has been upgraded already or been added, so I will go over what has been added, the features, what comes with it, what doesn't come with it, and so on. So we will start at the back. So the furniture on this gun, because this has been SBR'd already. Now this is Zeneco furniture on this gun. This is a Zeneco stock. It's very cool. Typically by the KP9, it will either not have a it will not have a brace, or it will have like a triangle brace or something like that. Now obviously we have added a stock on this, and it has been SBR'd. So this is a Zeneco stock. It has a couple of adjustments for your cheek rise and things like that, get to where you like. Has a little sling attachment right here, and so on. One of the cool things is with any of the models, this little button back here, if you depress it and push it in, it actually folds the stock or brace, whatever you have on, over like so, making this pretty compact. It's going to be just over 18 inches, so it's kind of a good size to put in a backpack or something like that if you need it. With this particular model of the Zeneco, you just push that little button in and it locks back into place like that. Very cool furniture. So moving along to the button right here, obviously this is the same as every other AK. You push that in to lift up your dust cover, and I'll show you how to do that in internals in just a second. Moving along, we have the safety. This safety is super smooth. I really, really like that safety. It's got a bit of an extended tab on there. One of the things that I would have liked to see, now I understand why it's not on there because it's a clone, right? But I would have liked to see them put on an extra tab right here, just so I can manipulate it with my index finger right here. But it is what it is. But yeah, very smooth. I do like that a lot. On the top here, it does have a 1913 pick rail already added, which is super nice and convenient, because typically you would have to add a side mount that would go on here and it would sit over the top, which would cost you an extra $100 straight off the bat to buy that. So I like that this is already on there. Big feature, I do like that. And it does have some engravings for like, it's got 1, 3, 5, 7, I think it goes up to 9 or 11 or something like that. Anyway, so they're marked along here, kind of like your T markings. Now moving down, the rivets all look super nice. The fit and finish is great. And obviously we got some tape on here because this is where the information for the SBR is. So that does not come with it. But you've got all the riveting. It looks really, really nice. The fit and finish is absolutely excellent. Moving down, we have this grip here. It's very smooth. It's just kind of polymer. Even though it feels good, I would imagine when my hands are kind of sweaty that I'm not going to get a particularly good grip on this. It does flare out at the bottom. The nice thing with this furniture, especially the grip here, you can switch it out to any AK grip that you like. I personally really like Fab Defense grips, just a personal preference, but there's tons of grips out there that you can choose from. Moving along with the trigger, it's a single stage trigger. The pull weight comes in just under 4 pounds. It's about 3.8 when I put it on the scale. You got a little bit of take up, and you got a nice, obviously audible tactile brake, and then you got a little bit of let out for the reset, tactile, audible reset. It's not a bad trigger. It's not the best in the world. Again, you can upgrade the trigger if you wish, but it's not a bad trigger that comes with it for sure. Okay, moving along, this magwell is actually polymer, which is really interesting. You do have obviously the paddle release, which I freaking love paddle releases. They're super intuitive. That is metal, not polymer. Okay, so this is a KP9 mag. It kind of looks like, say, a CZ mag, but it's not. This does not take CZ magazines. This is a proprietary mag from Kalashnikov. It's a 30 round mag. These are going to set you back about $40 to $45 depending on where you buy them. So If you're in the kind of the market, you'll know, like say Palmetto State Armory has the AKVs, which are really fun guns based off the same firearm, and they use the CZ mags, which are a lot less expensive. They're about 15 to 20 bucks, especially if you use PSA's own branded mags, which these are not, but they do seem like good quality mags, and I've had no problems with them. Okay, so moving along, we do have the rear sight here, and it is marked out to 200 meters, and you can just adjust it the same as your other AK sights right here. Just push on the detents and you can move that like so. And obviously it works with your front sight right there. So actually moving back to the charging handle, this is not a standard charging handle right here. This does have a Zenico added on. So you just basically put this on, and then you put the screw in over the original handle. It's cool. I mean, it works really well, but so does the original. There's no need to upgrade it, but I mean, it's kind of a nice upgrade if you're into that. Now, also the furniture up here is from Zenico. This handguard from Zenico, and so is this vertical grip. The original furniture that comes, and I'll roll the image in, the original furniture that comes with this is the classic AK furniture. And again, this has just been upgraded, but as you've seen, that's the classic furniture that does come with it, and it's very easy to switch out if you want to do that. Now below the handguard and the gas tube, we do have a 9.25 inch barrel, and we have a thread pitch of 1/2 by 28, so a very common thread pitch, which is also really nice. We'll go over that in just a second. Right below the brake here and below the barrel, there's a 1 slot kind of pick mount right here. I don't know what you might be able to add on there, but you can add something there. Now, just in case you're going to ask, you probably will, this is a mod light with a mod light button. That's what the light setup is. Now, going back to this as a brake at the front here, and the brake works really, really well, but you can take this off, again, the same as any AK. Push that little kind of button in right there, and you're just going to rotate your brake off. And I really like this feature about AKs. It makes it so simple to switch between a brake or a flash hider or whatever you want. Or if you want to take this brake off and have the exposed thread pitch because you want to suppress it with your Dead Air Wolfman, which we have here. Okay, and then we can just screw our suppressor on like so. I'm not going to do it all the way, but that would be it, ready to go suppressed. That's a cool looking firearm. All right, so we've kind of gone over the exterior. Again, the fit and finish is sublime, and it's really easy to upgrade the furniture and things like that if you want to. Now, to take this gun apart, obviously you make sure you are clear, and then just again, same as any AK, you're just going to depress that button in just past the dust cover, and then it will pop up like so. Actually, I think this might be on a spring, that the way that this kind of goes up. Anyway, it is hinged. It does stay there just like that, so it's really nice. You do have your guide rod and spring, and you're just going to push your little button back and lift that out, and there's your guide rod and spring. Then you're going to pull back on your bolt carrier grip. This is all one piece. It's kind of a heavy bolt carrier grip, but as I say, it is all one piece with that aftermarket charging handle on there. And then you can have your standard internals. Obviously, to take off the gas block, it's the same as any other one. You've got your little lever here, pop that up and take your gas block off. But to put it back together, make sure that stays up. Take your bolt and put that in. There's 2 little slots at the back, push it down, put that forward, and take your guide rod and spring and slide that in, and then push it forward. There's 2 little slots. It goes in the back there, and it sits in nice and secure. Dust cover down and back on. All right, so let's talk about shooting. Shooting these PCCs are so fun. There's almost so little recoil in these that shooting it is really quick. The follow-up shots are really quick because there's no muzzle rise or anything like that. They're just an absolute ton of fun to shoot. Gone through hundreds of rounds of just 115 grain. It was a CCI Blazer, and also gone through some subsonics 147 grain with the Wolfman. And it worked flawlessly. Now, if I had to compare this to the AKV from PSA, this beats it hands down. I think the quality of the fit and finish is even better. It's even lighter recoiling than the AKV, which is hard to imagine. Just a super, super quality firearm. Very nice indeed. Things I didn't really like about it, the grip I'm not a huge fan of, but again, super easy to switch out, and these are personal preference things. I would have liked to see a little tab at the back there so my index finger could hit it, but again, it's just a personal preference thing. But yeah, other than that, this thing is just, it's so cool. So very, very cool. All right, let's talk about the price. To get the best price on this firearm, scroll down to the description, select the UPC code there, and then enter it into Google and search. And then look for the gun deals link, which is at the top here. Click on that. That will take you to our website. Simply scroll down and you will see where it is in stock and the price. Select whatever one you would like. All right, folks, that is it from me. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. We are always happy to help out wherever we can. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it does really help the channel out, and we do greatly appreciate it. And that's it, folks. Until next time, we'll catch you later.